I don't view this as fully successful until, we can fill stadiums like traditional sport.
Just being able to see them smile and see their eyes just looking at the game. I mean, all of us love this.
It really requires more people to really just make the effort, to make the drive, instead of sitting on your, in your comfort of your home to watch this. It's really go out there and interact with people.
Don't gamer tag me, it's okay. When they invited me to come out here, I was pretty ecstatic. I was like, oh my God, really? I've only been to one StarCraft event. I would like to go to more, Good time seeing another type of sports coming in and making a show.
So how does it feel to take out Select, one of the better foreigners in this tournament?
It's awesome to bring that high energy to the games. I found that people who don't even play the game feel that same energy and they get excited too. It's such a big deal to me and everything like that. It's so awesome. It's a privilege to be at these sort of things.
And a few Hellies do manage to go down, but now out of the range of the Spikecaller. Second Spikecaller on the way. Both of these queens may go down as more Hellions are reinforcing. And if they take out these queens, they're going to have free reign all over the space. And there, they're going to start to go. More lanes on the way. Position as the Purple Terran, it is Dignitas Select. And down here on the south side of the map, in the luscious red color, it is OGS, the STC.
The overall score is 4 wins for Select, but 11 for the STC. He's got an incredible lead on Select. But back then, Select TVT was not his favorite matchup. It is not his best matchup.
Right.
And the new patch, I think, really stresses Select's style.
My name's Mark, Dice927 players card. Just StarCraft 2 fan. Just looking to come here, get some esports first time knowledge, see what it's about.
My name is David Turley. I'm known to the internet world as Freak with a PH because I'm edgy like that. I'm just in love with the game and it seems to show through in my work, which I'm really happy with.
It's pretty exciting to see how many people are actually here. Sort of like an interesting take on how video games can be used. I mean, you have real sports and then you have esports, and it's like, wow, they're really analogous, and it's a thing that should happen.
Select is being very diligent about making sure that he has vision of the towers, which is also going to be important. Doesn't really have vision of really the north side of the map, and with this medevac out, there's potential here from STC4 drop. He's got a bunker at the front.
My name is Lucas Bigham. I'm the floor operations manager for IPL. All having the same interest and the same passion for esports, and we're allowed to kind of work in it and let our passion flow out into our work.
A little force that he's
This
got.
is such a good timing to hit right now.
I got into StarCraft back in originally in Brood War back in 1999, and I've been playing it on and off for many years. Can't seem to quit. Whenever I have quit, I've always come back.
These guys up here look like trouble.
I just haven't seen this level of enthusiasm, at least in my whole career, on a product that is built with less than 6 months of history.
I love esports with a passion. I keep on waking up every day, because obviously family and mini-wheat, but also because I just love esports. I love competition. I love video games.
My name is Tempo. I do StarCraft parodies, songs, and other video game related music, and I'm here at Caesar's Palace at IPL 3. These events, they're pretty sick. You see the players moving all over the place. I've met a ton of players, met a ton of casters. I've connected with David Ting, who is actually the general manager of the IPL. This community is on the same level. No one's superstar status where they ignore you or anything like that. And I try to stay the same way.
Main right here, and Marines are going to go ahead. No, he's going to just back off. The Marines do rotate over. Oh, and the bunker's not quite done. If he slips past that, it won't even matter. And he does. One Hellion does go down. down, but he will do some SCV damage here. Even if he takes out that mule, it'd be nice. Also, the drop, yeah, is back over here, and it's going to go right into the main, so some serious damage is going to be done here by Select.
They will know a really awesome battle just happened because they can tell from my delivery and things like that. And that energizes me even more, that I know that I'm impacting an audience and that everyone's getting excited behind it and people are cheering, and that's really just the best feeling.
My name is Trisha Siede. I go by Megumi Expert. I'm actually quite experienced with Brood War. I've been playing StarCraft 1, Brood War, since like 10 years, basically. Some of my old viewers who've been there, I have a few that have been there when I only had 10 viewers. I had no webcam because I stream with my webcam. And a lot of people were always like, she's not a girl, she's a guy, for sure. I'm like, this is fake. There's no such thing as a girl who plays StarCraft. Some people may have criticism or be a bit more harsh on me because I'm female, and some may give me credit because I do have more knowledge than the average StarCraft player. I really have to say thank you to everybody who's given me the interview. I think it helps a lot that a lot of them are my friends, so I don't feel intimidated at all, or I don't have that fangirl moment where I get, really excited. My experience helps greatly. I can talk to them on, I wouldn't want to say same level because I'm nowhere near the pro, but at least just conversation-wise, I feel like we're pretty equal. I mean, it's really different having knowledge about the game than actually being able to execute it. I don't have that mechanics to be able to play like them.
And despite losing so many workers early on, still 31 lost, he seems to be making a comeback here.
So these medivacs are going to make the world of difference. They're basically Marines versus Marines.
I think IPL is relatively unknown on Reddit, especially. We're fairly well known in terms of like Team Liquid, but now because of this event, I think more esports sites know of us and appreciate what we do.
I stream on Team Liquid. There's other websites that do feature me, so I greatly appreciate that. I do also host 4 tournaments a month. I call them Bear Cups, and they're for all leagues. So 2 on NA for Bronze to Diamond, and then 1 on NA for Master to Grandmaster, and I have that same on EU as well.
Hey, what's up? I'm Hector from New Jersey. I was wondering if Stefano could say Ricky Bobby for me.
I don't understand what he's saying.
He wants you to say Ricky Bobby.
What's Ricky Bobby?
It's really fun interacting with people who put on these events as well, because they're big fans as well. You don't put on a convention and a tournament for a game unless you care, right? So it's really cool to see that people are not just, oh, I play the game and I want to show up and sort of meet Riot. It's like, I want to put on an event.
So everything that you see here is completely rushed, completely, out of love for, the end product. People are just working night and day to make those things happen. And again, I want to give a shout out to my team because they're incredible in being able to stay overnight when there are problems. We don't really worry about the problems. We really worry about the solution.
As far as actual event training, just a couple days before arriving to the event, I arrived on Monday and the event started Thursday. So just had a couple days where we were able to do some training, do some walkthroughs.
It's just like amazing how all the staff is working hard. They have like the backpack cams, and it's probably the best event I've been to.
My wife doesn't quite get it yet, but I'm hoping that this kind of stuff will make her open her eyes. I sent her a text message earlier saying, check this out, and she said, now I know what nerd heaven looks like.
People like me, or people like, the ones who are on the spotlight, the casters, or people you see on camera, a lot of people always commend them and say how well they're doing, and they get awesome rapport. But I think although they're doing a great job, we can't do anything, just like we can't do anything without our viewers, without our fans. We can't do anything without the people behind the scenes.
A lot of the people in the crowd, the guys who are wearing, and gals who are wearing the red shirt and blue shirts are volunteers, so they're not drawing salary.
So thank you so much. Stay in your seats. They'll be out in just a minute for more of the show.
I'm Susie Kim, and I'm working here as a translator. There's a lot of cultural difficulties more than language. I realize that the Korean players are a little more conservative than the American or the European players. Korean players actually come here expecting those kind of things. It's just mannerisms, they're just a lot more polite. So even if they don't like something, they won't upfront tell you until later on. They'll say, well, kind of, sort of, 3 days ago, you know, things like that. So it's kind of difficult when I'm trying to help them, but they don't want to be rude, so they won't tell me until later on. But those minor differences.
This is my first foreign tournament, so I think it would just be nice, you know, it would mean my first big victory in the foreign scene, so of course it would mean a lot to me.
And they basically are volunteering their time to be here to help this event to happen, and working really hard. Like all of us are working like 14, 16-hour shifts to make this a great event that sets a bar for ourselves, not in competitive to anybody. It's just really for our own internal standard, and it's being the best event in our minds.
I couldn't be happier to not only be on the show after all these years, but like literally, yet again, someone has been silly enough to let us do our show live. Yeah, in an even bigger room. Big applause.
So it's not just a game to me. It's much more, because I have so much more connection. There's friends I've made here that are really dear to me that I probably wouldn't have met without this. So I don't know really how to explain it in words, what it means to me, but it is very important and big part of my life. Every once in a while I have an email or a message saying like, thank you so much, you know, you make me want to be more positive. You're always so happy, and to me that's greater than anything. I
just got an email last night from somebody, he's from, I'm not sure, somewhere in Europe. I don't want to say Sweden, but anyway, this is a random email, YouTube, and he just sent a video to me. He's like, hey, my brother, his birthday's in 2 weeks, and I just wanted to, thank you for everything you do for the community, and it'd be really awesome if you could make a video of you saying happy birthday to him, because he was actually one of like the first viewers in your stream. And he's, it was just like, I woke up and just like looked at it, and he's like really pouring his heart out pretty much. So as soon as I get home, I'm gonna make that video.
We believe in working with partners to basically build the product. So one of my philosophies is that, for example, IGN could launch a forum site just like Team Liquid. We don't want to do so because there's already an awesome one that exists, and there are many of those that already exist. So instead of competing there, we basically endorse it and look at them as partners.
My name's Jeff Asplund. I do anything you really Playham wants me to. Playham's a site where you can make tournaments for StarCraft on your own, or join one of our tournaments where we have cash prizes. We had a lot of the online entry tournaments. We did a lot of the tournaments for IPL with the open brackets and things like that. And then we also sent a few players and sponsored White Raw. He's got a great chemistry with the fans, and we wanted someone like that, someone all-around good guy. We really want to keep getting involved in this community and with esports. So, and we love the community of StarCraft. Everyone's great.
All these major corporations and these companies are picking up these major sponsorships just from mainstream sponsors, not the standard computer peripheral sponsors that we've seen for a long time. We're seeing, the Visines, the Mountain Dews, the Monster Energy drinks. Those types of sponsors get really interested in this, and it's awesome. It can only help the scene grow.
I think the more we stream it, the more we keep people involved, sponsors involved. It can really make a big jump in the next few years.
I endorse an open policy. I endorse all of the community sites to work with us to really use the information that we generate with this event, and really helps make esport more popular for the rest of the fans out there.
It looks like STC is going to force another GG out of Select. It will be a final battle inside the main, and the tank seized up. Nothing you can do. Select says GG, and OGS, the STC, cleans it up.
I think esports has a bright future, especially for League of Legends. We've seen it only grow so far. It's only been 2 years in, and we're hitting AAA events, and I think we're just going to keep growing that. League of Legends Season 2, we've put in our own $5 million prize pool for it. Like, we just really want this to grow and to be this amazing big living thing with professional teams and players.
We have 4 more events next year, so I expect it to be at least as good as this one. But I hope that's going to be much bigger, and we're going to do it better.
There's barcraft. Something like that, it would be unheard of. When I go with my friends, I'm like, okay, let's go to the bar, let's go watch the Lakers game. Because I'm from LA, so that's why Lakers. But now you can be like, hey, let's go to the bar and let's watch the game, like the tournament, or the game for StarCraft. And I think that in itself, it's already culture changing. And right now, it's a little bit early, but I do think that it has that possibility to, I don't know if it will be as big as NBA or like football, for example, especially in America. But I do think that there's a lot of people that it caters to. I may be eating my words, and one day it will be like Laker, but we'll see.
From what I saw during all the main events and things like that, people really get into it, and it's gonna be a big deal.
And with all these foreign fans that you're acquiring here at your first foreign tournament, is there anything you'd like to share with them? Any message you have for them?
From when I started out in esports, it was just like throwing $20 in at a tournament was considered a lot of money. And now IPL's putting over $100,000 of their own money. Like, if you would have told me that 5 years ago, I would have thought that was absolutely absurd, and esports would never grow like that. But it has.
Through this tournament, I'm making a name for myself, and I just really hope, I'll make sure I keep, doing well for you guys.
Back when it was starting, with like Counter-Strike and Quake, and they couldn't dream, like they were pretty much dreaming of this. And the fact that they were up on stage doing that, and like their passion is another thing too. And I think everybody feeds off of everybody else's passion. And as long as the community and the fans keep going with it, you have nowhere to go but up,
Right, that's so great that we can do that we can provide this sort of future to these people, or that we can provide, this amazing entertainment to the audiences. I can totally see LOL esports being gigantic.
With everybody's effort, I think esports has the possibility to grow immensely. So I think the possibilities are, for someone like me, I'd rather just stay humble and be like, I'm not sure, but I think it could be like great.
Yeah.
Give us a little sample of your music.
I just woke up, but when I'm Grandmaster, I will play faster. They'll call me Bonjour, just like my name was Flash.